Lighting priorities.
Good morrow, everyone. Wait, that's morning, right?
Konbanwa.
Look, I think I fixed the laggy thing.
Oh, you just jinxed it.
Well, no, I
Hello,
changed,
Andrew and Xander.
I changed the setting before, and I think I fixed it.
Nothing's
maybe.
up, bro. Hello, Tater Tot.
Tater Tot.
So we should probably announce that 2 weeks from today, we're not going to be streaming.
Oh, we're not?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
The
so
15th.
are we doing it that weekend at all?
I don't know.
Okay. So the 15th.
Probably not, to be honest. It may be like our first week off, like ever.
Oh, I think sometimes when we go down to because usually when we go to Florida, we stream.
I mean, maybe
on the
we
way
can
down.
stream, just not up here.
I don't know, Meek. You're gonna be out of it.
So I may have to take a week off. That's it. 9
Or maybe I can stream.
with Mike or something.
Or by myself.
Okay, you're always saying you don't want to do that.
I don't.
T's listening.
I thought she was touching her ear. It's just like this.
What does 2H mean?
That's the type of lead.
Hmm.
You can change it. Look.
What? There's multiple leads in there?
No. So we're talking about this little pencil here that I've had for a long time, and you can see it says HB, and you could rotate it. It says,
So what's the point of that?
So if you have different darknesses of lead, you can change.
You can label it.
You can label it whatever one it is, so that you know, like, oh, this is the F or this is the.
Because you can add lead to any of them. Like you can add lead to that pencil, like whatever one you want.
Yeah, like any other pencil, any other lead pencil. You just need the thickness. This is 0.5, I think. Yeah, 0.5.
What's up, everybody?
But you knew that that number meant like the darkness and stuff, right?
No.
Yeah, it's usually the darkness.
I know, like a number 2 pencil. I never thought about it. I guess I thought it had to do with like thickness.
That's why you have to use a certain, like a number 2 pencil on certain Scantron tests and stuff, because it needs to be dark enough.
Oh. Hello, Tony Diagnosis. I have no idea how to say that.
That reminded me of like Mohadip, like the Dune stuff.
I mean, maybe that is it.
All the cool
Muad'Dib.
All the cool Dune stuff.
Hello, Insert Metal. Didn't that come out today?
Yeah.
When's it come out on HBO?
Probably like a month or 2.
I hate going to the theaters.
But you wanted to go to the theaters for freaking Barbie.
Yeah, and my life sucked after that.
So you hate going to the theaters, but you still force us to go to the theaters for certain movies.
And I've said it was
you're
a
gonna
mistake.
want to go to. You're gonna want to go.
500 times.
You're gonna want to go when Frozen 5 comes out.
Frozen 3, of course. Even though we got screwed over with Frozen 2.
Even though you hate going to the theater.
I might wait for Frozen.
I want to watch Deadpool though in theaters. Just letting you know now. So I'll go by myself. If you don't want to go with me.
No.
Then stop whining about it.
Tony said that's what it is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Tater Tot said General Kenobi for some reason. Obi-Wan.
That's the guy at the diner.
Mm-hmm. When they were talking about...
Sifo-Dyas.
No.
The clones.
Yeah, but the name of the planet.
Oh, Camino.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't ask me. You
started watching Avatar.
Wasn't Sifo-Dyas the one that got the clones, asked to make the clones initially? So that's what they were talking about.
You're right.
Come on.
We watched only like 3 episodes of Avatar.
So yeah, we watched it. I'm not loving it, to be honest with you. So like, I think that the costume designs look too clean. They look like dead on, but they are way too clean.
Because they don't look realistic at all.
No,
is what you're saying.
No, I'm saying they look too clean. They don't look lived in.
Michael said, "What are you talking about?"
When? Just right now? Oh, we're talking about the Avatar show that we're not loving. It's not terrible.
No.
It's
just not great either.
It's just not great either. It's not like One Piece I think was great. I loved One Piece. But this is like, it's good enough. Like, you know,
Yeah, it's
definitely
mid.
mid. Yeah, for sure. That's the perfect example of, or descriptive of it.
The acting is terrible.
So the acting for, it's not just the acting though, it's the dialogue is terrible.
Well, he said that he literally said the clips I saw, the acting and dialogue was terrible. Ironically, it was very M. Night style. Why is that ironic?
So, because you wouldn't expect it to be as, because M. Night was the one that made the last one, the live action, the movie. So I think Aang is the weakest actor out of all of them. I think we talked about this.
1,000%. He just gets worse,
or
I just can't tolerate
or
it.
it's just his dialogue is the worst out of all of them.
No, it's his delivery.
It is.
He's
right?
like, I'm the Avatar.
I was trying to do the bad acting and I couldn't even do it. I was just like, I repeated what he said to you and I was just like, even that sounded better than what he said. Yeah, that's a bummer.
It's very bad.
But
the other actors aren't as bad.
Yeah.
He's definitely the worst, which is sad because he's the main character, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's also young, so he has plenty of time to grow.
Xander said, "Told you it wasn't good."
Grow as an actor.
I think like Leonard is such a nice guy, and I think like we kind of upset him by not liking it. It's sad, but I'm sorry, Leonard. You're allowed to like it. I just don't really like it. Sit down.
Is your back okay? I had to take yesterday off of work because my back was so messed up. I'm just wondering because you're leaning forward a lot, Mika. You're gonna hurt your back like that.
Been seeing a lot of clips of Sassy Zuko. It's funny. I don't really.
Yo, put a link in the chat. I want to see the Sassy Zuko because
I mean, you want to see the spoilers for the stuff we haven't seen yet.
I've watched the cartoon.
Yeah, but don't you want to see Sassy Zuko by yourself?
What happens? I would be seeing it right now if they posted it by myself with you. Actually,
I'm getting ready to cook. Good for you.
Nice. What are you gonna cook? Some of us don't know how to cook. And some of us are dogs. Where are you, dog? Don't? Okay. Well, she just keeps bugging me.
Well, she could be stupid.
Dude, you turned up the heat, didn't you?
I did not touch it.
All right, I'm turning it off.
No! Please don't. I'm not cold. Warm yet.
It's so hot already.
I'm not warm yet.
It's so hot.
No.
Yeah, it's done. It reached the temperature. See, that's what's gonna happen. I told you. She's just gonna keep trying to jump.
What did she just do?
She tried to jump in between my arms, a little gap that I have here.
And she just beat herself up.
No, she hit her head on my arm and then fell down. She didn't beat herself up. Damn, what are you gonna cook, dude?
Does that comment about them removing the side stories make sense now that you watched?
No.
Well, they did. You said that I don't remember the original as much as you do, but you said that they mixed like two cities in one, basically.
Yeah. So there's like multiple things where they took multiple episodes and kind of combined them, or multiple kind of arcs and kind of combined them. I think for what it is of 8 episodes, it works. I don't think it's that big of a deal. They did stuff like that in One Piece as well. Like. It doesn't. You don't need everything. It's a different take on the story, so it doesn't have to be 1-to-1. It's fine.
People complained about no penguin.
I don't remember this penguin thing, but people are going to complain about every little change, right? But the argument is always like
people
just watch the
also
cartoon.
Complained about no like Tom Bombadil in Lord of the Rings, and he was like the worst part of the book.
So I think that the big complaint that I've seen that definitely comes through is Aang not being able to like really be like his youthful,
silly
kid self.
He's not that at all.
Yeah, and also he doesn't learn any waterbending.
Not yet, at least.
No, he doesn't learn any waterbending.
What?
You've
heard?
Yeah, in the whole show, he does not learn any waterbending.
That's dumb.
As opposed to like in the cartoon where he was learning with Katara at the same time. She knew a little bit more. And then they would but they've already had 2 scenes in the 3 episodes that we watched where she's by a river trying to waterbend, and then he comes up and does. And
he even gives tips.
He gives her tips on bending, and then
she even says you should learn too, and he's like, nah, bro.
But the weird thing is that it's the same scene basically twice. We've already had that for some reason. There's a lot of exposition too. which is the worst thing you can do for like a show.
I don't know what that means.
Like a person explaining something as opposed to just showing you the thing. You know what I mean? Telling a story, like, because it's a visual medium, right? So it's like it's better to show than tell. Otherwise, you're just reading a book, or you're just having somebody read a book to you. It is very like childish too, like the way that childish in the sense of they treat the audience like children, like we're idiots, like we're watching Supergirl, you know. And this is an inside joke between Meek and I, because in Supergirl, the show, not very good, but they treat the audience like everybody's an idiot, which I understand, because most people that watch that show, you know, like me, we don't really watch it for the intelligence of it. We watch it just because it's fun and stupid. But there's that scene where the alien, right, the Martian Manhunter, looks at the camera, and just so that we make sure we know that he's an alien, his eyes glow red for a split second as he's like looking over it, and it's just like, you know, I got it. He's an alien. I get it. Yeah, I remember that. It's cool. And then like that's like the worst thing. And that's funny because that's actually like show not tell, right? But like it's like we already got it. We got it before. You don't have to like keep telling us. Yeah. Even the intro. So the intro where originally Katara like explains the history of the Fire Nation and how they've blah 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 and the Avatar's been missing, blah blah blah. And then Gran does the same exact speech, and she's like, and then she literally like pretty much looks at the camera and says, "He's not just a kid. He's not just an airbender. He's the last airbender," or whatever. It's just like, in the live action. Yeah. And it's just like, come on. Look how pathetic she looks. She's just cleaning her face. Don't look at her. She'll think you want her to do something for Insert you. Said, I made baked potatoes and Asian style chicken for dinner. Asian style chicken. I'm cool. Mike said I'm cool with them condensing stuff unless it feels rushed. Then it feels like it was done for the wrong reasons. Dude, you want to talk about rush? The Yu Yu Hakusho show. Yu Yu Hakusho is like such a good show, and they ruined that show with that series. Like, what they have in it is good. The fights are awesome. Like oh, by the way, another thing that I don't like about this Avatar show is the fight scenes are terrible so far. Wait, but I don't notice that stuff as much, but you're like, dude, they cut every 3 seconds. I'm like, cut. It's not even every 3 seconds. Sometimes it's less. It's terrible. Like, it's just a cut in like a fight scene is usually to cover up like 2 takes together, you know, or multiple takes put into one. Yeah. Or it's just the actors don't know how to do things and they like cut it to stunt. But hold on. Yu Yu Hakusho had great fight scenes. Like they kept one takes so many times, and when they would cut it, it would make sense. It would be for impact and stuff. That was the best part about Yu Yu Hakusho. Like if they could get that, like that choreography and that, like those fights and stuff and other things, it'd be really cool. Granted, it is very much a beat 'em up show. You know, it is very much a fisticuffs, you know, just like gangsters beating each other up basically, or thugs, I guess. But it was really good. That was the best part. Like every fight scene, I was just like, this feels good. This is anime. This is anime fight. Good. I like it. Like I want them to do more of that in One Piece. I think the One Piece fights were good. Some of them were really good. Like the Zoro fight with Mihawk was pretty cool. It was like, you know, right out of the anime and stuff. A lot of scenes were cool, like when Zoro and Sanji are both fighting and stuff, and back to back type thing. Like that was cool. But some of the Luffy fights were kind of so. But also that's because of the stretchy powers, you know, that kind of takes away, I think. What's the cringe? Well, I don't know. John and Lindsay said Tom Bombadil was useless. Michael said Tom was a crazy character. People still debate who and what he is. Xander said, I haven't watched the cartoon, so I only have the live action film to compare it to. Oh. So I'm interested to see what you think based on that. I mean, it's better than the movie, for sure. Andrew said, I started watching the new Aquaman here recently. Oh, yeah? It's on HBO, so we don't have to watch it, but I'll probably watch it at some point. The cringe is he's the last airbender part. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And then she even said, like, something else, too. Like, Avatar.
Like she threw Avatar in there somewhere.
There were It's just it's there was like honestly like certain characters I'm like, man, that they look perfect. This is great. There's certain moments of it where they the fan service is there. They did a good job. Which all that like any live action thing, to me it's just fan service, right? So I don't mind it being like fan servicey as long as it's good, because that's all you want, really. Like you don't really want them to change much, So, what are your thoughts? Like
what fan service means, like just what the fans want.
That's how I always see it. I mean, I don't know if people use.
They just want it to be as close to the original as possible, right?
Sometimes, because if it's like
they want to make it super woke when it's not woke.
No, that's not fan service. So, like the other thing is when they do make it like exactly the same, and then people are like, "Oh, well, it was too similar."
Yeah.
But there is you have to change everything. You have to change things for live action, because look at the Full Metal Alchemist live action. That's the perfect example of going too far into the anime cringe
with the whole like facial expressions and like that
type of stuff. But I think that one of the worst things about this Avatar show is the CG backgrounds. I think they just don't hold up. They just don't look good. What do you think?
I haven't noticed.
They just every single background is fake.
I haven't noticed.
Unless they're in the woods. The woods, it's usually real. But if they're in any location, it's fake, and it just doesn't stand up. And then a lot of times they'll try to do that blurry background, and then it just looks like a blurry CG background. The bending looks good though.
It's crazy that Netflix is making so many live action animes, but they mostly all suck or are not terrible. Makes no sense.
I mean, that's most.
I think they're just trying to make something good.
But the thing is, though, it's most television, most shows, most of them are not good, right? And if you're making 1,000 shows a year, like the odds are that you're not going to make 1,000 good shows. You're going to make like 5 good shows and 995 bad shows.
Are you going to watch X-Men 97?
I'll probably watch it. Is it coming out all at once?
I've still only seen the one episode. I might watch another one tonight. I heard Katara wasn't really Katara from the cartoon. I don't remember her personality from the cartoon.
I don't know. I feel like the characters besides Aang are pretty good to themselves. I think Aang just doesn't have time to breathe, and there isn't enough like downtime for characters. It's something that I always like try to do in D&D is like have characters have time to talk to each other and have things develop besides just like, we gotta beat the bad guy, we gotta get to the bad guy, we gotta do the mission. Oh, we finished this mission, we just got back from a 2-week long mission, let's pick up another mission and instantly start working again. Like, that's something for D&D that I always try to get you guys to pay attention to, because it's not like a video game, right? We're telling a story and it's your characters and they're alive supposedly. But yeah, he doesn't have enough time to like be a kid, and like the big thing is like he didn't want to be the Avatar. When he was,
he kind of like jumped into that role
also
pretty
why
easily.
The hell can he fly? He shouldn't be able to fly. I really don't appreciate that. What?
I feel like in the show, this live action, he's jumping into being the Avatar pretty quickly. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna save everyone.
They're also fast traveling.
I grew up on The Last Airbender. That's Andrew. They used the volume for everything.
It didn't even look like the volume though. That's
what do you
thing.
Mean?
The volume is the thing that the Mandalorians filmed on. That like big LED like room basically. That they can like. It's really cool because like if the camera's here and it's looking in that direction, the image that the camera sees has the parallax in it, so it'll actually move around something. So if you move the camera, you'll get like a 3D look of what it's looking at. So, but I don't know. I don't think they use the volume for it because it doesn't look as good as the volume.
I read somewhere that Netflix is going to make a Narnia series and it's going to be more bold and a bit darker. Okay. I tried reading those books. They were so bad.
But Narnia is like, it's a very long story, right? Because
but it's not, because like the books are pretty short.
Are they?
There's 7 books, I think, but they're not long, and they're very childish. So it's, I don't know. Michael said, I feel like CGI is weirdly getting worse.
No, but it's not CGI. It's I guess it is CGI, but it's not like I think that the animals looked fine in it, but it's the backgrounds. Backgrounds are supposed to be the easiest things, right? For CG, like backgrounds, like stone, all that stuff. Like it just, there was a weird CGI look to everything. It's like, it just like okay, so
9.
What?
Stop eating that.
What's she eating?
That.
Oh, it's a
Q-tip.
Q-tip. So remember the prequel trilogy? Remember how everything just looked like it was in front of a green screen?
Star Wars?
Is there another prequel trilogy that you could think of?
No.
Okay, then yes, Star Wars. Do you remember?
No.
You don't think it looks bad?
Maybe if I watched it now and I paid attention, sure, but I don't notice things like that like you do.
Well, I mean, even back in the day, I noticed that it looked like it was a green screen.
Andrew said, I think it's pretty good, The Last Airbender. Michael said they supposedly made the show to appeal to Game of Thrones fans.
Well, that's what they said in that interview, right? Is that like, oh, we're not dumbing it down. It's not for kids. We want to appeal to Game of Thrones people. But then they make the show like talking to idiots. You know what I mean?
Tony said apparently he was gliding. No way. He was full blown gliding.
He jumped up and went up. You can't glide
and like jumped on air.
He just like freaking, and then he just like
100%
came down
flew.
like Superman landing, like he had basically his arms out and landed like Jesus, because apparently Jesus can fly.
Michael said, I think Narnia is pretty lame, but the ending is kind of effing crazy. I couldn't even get to the end. I was so bored reading those books. I think I only got to like the 3rd one and gave up. Hobbit was a prequel trilogy.
Yeah, dude. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I got ahead.
Dune's effect were amazing.
Dude, Dune, bro. That's what I was waiting for. Yeah, Dune, just like it's amazing. Like it just, I was just watching. I want to watch the first movie again because it's just like there's that scene with the ship and the freaking thing, and it's like breaking through the freaking the shield, and it's like, and then it freaking hits the ship, and it's like the force field is still up, but then it's like inside the force field. Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. You can't see them because I have sleeves on, but man, that was so good. And then the copter thing, I forgot what it's called. It's like a dragonfly. Did I flick something onto you?
No, 9's nose.
The dragonfly chips.
Yeah.
Like when they like. So cool, man. Ornithopter, I think it's called. Ornithopter.
Michael said, yeah, he jumped on air. He's an airbender. No, but he was full blown flying.
No, so.
You read the ending on Wikipedia.
So, I don't know, Mike, if you were saying like if you're making a joke again, you gotta let me know on this. But yeah, so like in the cartoon, he has like a weird outfit that kind of is like hooked onto his like arms here and then hooked onto his neck. So like if he uses air, he can kind of like glide down, right? So it kind of like creates like a little parachute thing. But he has a glider that he can, basically use to fly. But in the show, he straight up just jumps up and just, flies, which makes the airbenders a lot more powerful. But then also at the very beginning, the firebenders are supposed to be super strong because of the comet, right? They're supposed to be like overpowered. But we never really got to see that. We just got to see them.
They mentioned it like once.
We just got to see them like be strong, like normal. Like they were fighting the airbenders, and the airbenders were putting up a pretty good fight. Like it wasn't like in the cartoon. There's a scene that like shows like the ground here, and it shows the Fire Lord up in the sky, right? And he's just like, and it's just literally like a cone of fire that just. Like it's just like gigantic, like a dragon breath, like huge, not just like a little.
Andrew said, let's hope they follow the cartoon itself instead of like the cheap knockoff live version of The Last Avatar. Tony said, go watch Dune 2 in theaters. It'll be worth it. Ugh.
I want to.
Michael
I won't be able to because my wife doesn't want to go.
I liked Dune, but don't get why people supposedly went crazy for it. I thought it was like a 7 out of 10.
That's still really good.
I don't think it was a 10
10
out of 10. It was probably like a 7 or 8.
No, but so the thing is, the story, I guess, as a whole, is a really like interesting story. But I think I can't fault the movie at all. Like, there's nothing that I had a problem with in the movie. I think all of the acting was really good. I bought into all of the effects, but it sucks because it's such a grand story, right? There's so much in it that they literally cannot put it all in even these 2 movies. Like, there's so much background stuff that you just don't know. But, you know, and I don't think that the books like hold up that well. Like, I don't think they read that well. Like, they're very like,
they're not as bad as some old books I've read. It was okay. You could watch that movie on mute and it'll still be amazing. The sandworm was terrifying. That was John and Lindsay. Michael said he was being a wise ass over something. I don't remember what you said you did.
The flying thing, I think.
Oh. Or ornithopter, I think.
Ornithopter?
Kivox is so passionate talking about nerdy stuff. Yes. Michael said it was very clearly a setup movie. Yeah.
What was?
Dune 1. I mean, you could
tell.
It
was literally called Part 1.
Hans Zimmer said he's already working on music for Dune 3.
Nice. I think he actually he said no to something else. What was it? Was it Avatar?
Hans Zimmer?
He said no to some other big movie because he really wants to do
1 million
Dune.
people want Hans Zimmer to do their music.
But yeah, I really like the world of it. I think it's cool, and
the books, I think I'm okay watching the movies. I read the first book and I don't really want to continue. Like, it got way too fast paced and crazy on the second half.
It's the type of movie that I like. I want to watch YouTube videos about them and know more things that I've missed. It's like that type of movie, you know, where like
instead of actually reading it.
Well, just because that's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to read that book like 3 times to get it.
Michael said Batman ?
No, I don't think it was Batman. It was something recent because like around when Dune was coming out. Not Dune was coming out, but Dune was getting made. It may have been Avatar. I don't know. Did he do anything music for Avatar for the first one?
I don't know.
Avatar. Just burped. Sorry, we both burped.
That's like my superpower.
Avatar.
I can burp anytime I want.
Not The Last Airbender. Tenet, maybe, because he does work with what's his face, right? A lot. Yeah, it may have been Tenet. That was a good movie. It was weird. It wasn't a 10 out of 10.
What is it? I don't know.
It's like a timey-wimey movie.
Bleh. I'm glad I didn't start reading Game of Thrones since it may not get finished.
It kind of had the same vibe as...
I didn't love the books either. Like, I don't know.
What books? Oh, the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I only read 1. I think you read 2 of them.
2, and I started 3, maybe. She's looking at herself.
Tenet was good, confusing though, said Michael.
Yeah.
Tony said Oppenheimer was great. I have no desire to watch that movie.
Yeah, but you had the desire to watch Barbie, so you should.
My life.
You should watch that movie.
Choices are not
just
great.
To make up for Barbie, like legit. The fact that you made me go to watch Barbie, I had to pay money to watch Barbie.
I'm sorry.
So the way you forgive me is by watching Oppenheimer.
You could watch it.
No, I want you to watch it with me. I want to make your life better after Barbie.
I have episode 2 of Avatar open. We'll watch when the stream ends.
Nice. Yeah, so there's this part where Zuko goes like this. It's so good. I love it so much.
I didn't even see it at first. You were like, wait, I have to rewind this
it was so
50
good.
times.
It was so funny. It was the best. So I don't know, man. I just want them to finish One Piece, the live action.
Yeah, they haven't even started.
I think they've
right?
started figuring out stuff for it because I saw an interview with Sanji, the actor that plays Sanji. And he mentioned he's like I'm really excited about.
Oh, you did see that?
I'm really excited about.
He ran.
He ran. It's so awesome.
Anyway.
No, he goes, he ran, and he like raises his voice really high. It's like when I get mad and I raise my voice, right?
Caleb.
Do I do that though? When we're like
I think
arguing
you
or fighting?
do. No, when you get excited about something, your voice gets really high pitched too. I think.
He ran. I didn't want to say it, because I didn't want to like.
It's not like.
Yeah, nobody cares. You're right. But I was talking about something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh no.
That's the sass I was talking about.
Ah, okay. And he goes like, ran.
He ran.
He like turned around really fast. He's like,
yeah.
He ran.
I burped.
I don't get it though. Like, that was the best take. They didn't do it once. That was the best take. Like, do another take or take another take, like, and then like, also like, I don't get the Aang parts though too. Like when he talks, I'm just like, all right, take it from the top, like I'm just thinking in my head, like,
that's
good.
The best part.
That was good. But can we do it again? Try to act this time. Oh, I'm being mean. I'm sorry.
Avatar animated movie next year from the OG creators. Wait, are you joking?
No, they're working on something. They were originally involved with the live action.
I know.
And then there were some problems, and then they got their own studio, and now they're working on some other thing. I don't know,
dude,
man.
I cannot believe how bad of an actor that kid is.
I mean, come on, you don't have to be so mean.
Yo, I'm sorry. Young. I don't care. Pick a better young kid. There are plenty of good kid actors.
I know, but I'm saying you don't have to be mean to the kid. I mean,
I'm sorry. He needs acting lessons.
So how about this? The positive side is that he can only get better. Because he can't get any worse.
Hello, Mothman. Insert Oppenheimer was way too political for my taste. Oh, I hate that stuff. I can't. Michael said that's...
guess what? Barbie also was.
Yeah, it was, and I hated that. Michael said that's actually something I hear a lot of... I hear in a lot of movie and show critiques these days, so many instances of, was this really the best take they could do? Did you know what the movie was about? Said Michael to insert metal about Oppenheimer. I almost said
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. I'm just not into war and politics and blah blah blah. History was my least favorite subject.
Did you massage my feet?
Do you want me die?
I don't want you die. No.
I don't. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't even
Wasn't
realize
it Barbenheimer? Barbieheimer?
I didn't even realize that was a thing until like afterward. Yeah.
The movie was Christopher Nolan flexing how many actors he has in his phone. Has.
Yeah, I guess there was a lot of famous actors.
I don't even know. Wait, who, in Oppenheimer?
Mm-hmm. Like everybody.
Oh.
Name an actor. In it. Name an actor. You can't think of any actors. Think of an actor.
Wait, wasn't what's his face in
Think of an actor.
Cillian Murphy?
Correct. He is Oppenheimer.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Because you always say, your boyfriend.
Yeah. See, you notice that that's the first person you thought about? I wonder why. Prove my
I wish
fact.
I had his cheekbones. The acting is always on the director. Even the worst actor is great with a good director, and the best actor is terrible with a bad director.
Well, I would say the best actor.
You have to be a good actor.
I would say the best actor could save a lot of stuff. Like, what's that show that we're watching right now?
Resident Alien.
Yeah. So
it's not a great show, but
he saves
good.
It. Yeah, his comedic delivery is really good. The main guy, I forgot his name. He's from Firefly and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah,
that dude
really
is
good.
Definitely a robot controlled by a tiny alien inside.
What dude?
I guess from Resident Alien.
No, maybe he's talking about your boyfriend.
Oh,
Cillian
Murphy.
He's in that other show.
I think Cillian Murphy. Yeah. Why? I haven't seen him act since like Batman.
He's like one of those Men in Black, like aliens with the little guy inside the head. It's like, and there's like the little guy in there. There's little controls in the little head, the big head. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Dude, you know what was a really good?
He just has that android stare.
You know what was really good? The old MIB cartoon.
I never saw
Dude,
that.
it was so
Michael
good.
said exactly.
It was so much better than like the movies. Granted, the first movie was pretty good. The first movie was awesome. But then the rest were like, they got worse and worse. And I think Men in Black 3.
I liked the first and second one. I
liked
remember
the third one. I thought the third one
I don't
was
remember
cool.
the third one.
But then they just like, try to reboot it or whatever with the new, with Thor.
I can never look at Will Smith the same again.
I know.
It's sad. I think back and I'm like, I don't even want to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
I liked him as Scarecrow, the Batman.
So you know what's funny about those old Batman movies is that I think they were good movies, but I don't think they were good superhero movies. Does that make sense? What do you think?
I always got bored with Batman movies. Like, I feel like literally every single one I've tried to watch, I get bored at some point.
I really hope this new generation of DC movies are actually going to be good because with what's his face at the helm, James Gunn.
Michael said, I watched all the movies recently, strangely, and they were all good. 1 and 3, my favorite. I didn't watch that new crap one, though.
Men in Black. Got it.
Xander said, I love the Men in Black cartoon.
1 and 3 were good, right? The third one of the timey-wimey stuff, I love that part. That was awesome.
Tony said the Nolan trilogy, question mark?
Yeah, I think that they're good movies, but I don't think that they're good Batman movies. I don't think that they're I don't think Batman in those shows or those movies is smart enough. I think he's like a good ninja. Kinda, and he has like a car that transforms into a bike. That would not be practical at all because that bike would not be you wouldn't be able to drive that very well. But anyway, I don't think he's very Batman-like. And then that new movie, the one with what's his face, Pattinson, I think he did a good job, but I just don't think I don't think Batman did enough like Batmaning. I think
it was more like mini murder mystery.
He did a little bit of that, but it was just like he was just like a flightless bird or what? No. What was it? It was something, right?
Oh, yeah. I forget.
And I was just like, I said it. I was just like, it's a bat. It's a bat. It's a bat. And he's like, they must be talking about a penguin. And I'm just like, no, it's a bat, dude. It's a bat. It's a bat. You're a bat. It's a bat. It's a bat.
Michael said they were good graphic novel Batmans, but not comic movies. Michael said, I loved 3 and that nice alien they tracked down who sees time or whatever. Tony said they felt more like thriller movies than superhero movies. Michael said, I can't get over that stupid riddle, a stool pigeon. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Ow.
What was it, Mike? What was the riddle or whatever? That was the answer to the riddle? Oh, maybe he's talking about the thing that we were just talking about, and now he's responding to it.
What?
Because he said, exactly.
I don't get it.
Because I was talking about the bat thing.
Yeah, I don't remember stool pigeon. I never watched that Batman. Robert is no Batman to me. I mean, he didn't do that bad. It was just I feel like the writing really. Yeah, so the directing.
I get what they were trying to do, more of like a detective thing, but I don't think they did a very good job.
It was okay.
They just need to like take influences from the animated series because that like did Batman like very well, and Batman got to be like a smart guy, and he wasn't just like I am emo, like
he was very emo.
Oh my God, with his like eye makeup and stuff, and he's just like Alfred. I'm emo.
Google says it was a rat with wings.
A rat with wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's literally a bat. A bat.
Kind of, yeah. In my opinion, he has Batman down. I just want to see his Bruce Wayne more. Who? Robert Pattinson?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, he as Batman, he was great. It was fine. I liked the action was pretty good. It was very grounded, which I think they need to stop doing that with Batman. They need to go a little bit more comic-y like they did with Ben Affleck Batman. I think the Ben Affleck Batman got the bat part down, but obviously besides the parts where he was shooting a gun and killing thugs, because Batman doesn't shoot guns in the current version of Batman.
Oh, and dummy Batman says a stool pigeon. I was alone when I watched it and still looked around the room in disbelief to see if anyone else heard that nonsense.
You looked at your dog and you're like, did you hear that? Where is she? What? Are you okay?
Isn't he supposed to be like a genius?
Yes. Like Batman should be like Doctor Who. Like, you know what I mean? He's literally the world's best detective. Like, what the hell, man?
The Arkham games were a good serious Batman. I loved those games.
The first one.
Yeah. James Gunn's Batman will probably be more cartoony since he loves DC Comics. Cedric died and turned into Edward, and Edward turned into a bat.
I feel like you had it better off as Edward.
I like the Arkham games version of him.
Yeah, I still think that the animated series was like the best.
Did I ever tell you that
Batman.
the Arkham games were the first time I realized I get dizzy playing video games?
No.
It was when you looked through those, like his
first person thing mode.
No,
Detective Vision?
Yeah. And like you're looking around. Dude, I got so sick doing that. Oh my God.
Also, I think that game was like the one that like basically invented that or made it popular.
Yeah.
And then every game has
I had
that
never
now.
seen it before then.
Every game
and
has
I used to
that
play
now.
a lot more video games than I do now. Which is like none now.
But yeah, I would love to see like, I mean, like, they were getting a Batman with Batman's kid with Damian Wayne as Robin.
I don't know.
That's what we're getting for like a Batman, which is kind of weird because it's not like the origins of Batman. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that DC had is that like we had an origin to Superman and then everybody else just like jumped in and in Justice League. They just jumped the gun. You weren't listening to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Got hit with that scarecrow gas. Go play Suicide Squad or you'll be pissed off.
Don't worry about it. I won't.
With Arkham's Batman. You won't what?
Play Suicide Squad, what they just said.
Oh, that and the combat were ripped off endlessly after. Still to this day, Tony is pathetic. Yeah.
They just said Tony is pathetic.
No, it's...
Damn, Mick. What do you have against Tony, man? You want to go? See? Offended.
Damn. My nose is cold. I'm just going to sit like this.
Your heart is cold.
Wow.
Just spitting facts, dude. Just spitting facts. You're just spitting. Normal.
How was your week?
I broke my back yesterday. So not great.
Spent $440 on the dog.
Mm.
You know, she's dying still. She's been dying for a year.
I mean, we're all dying, Meek.
Yeah, but she's not great. Her pancreas is bad. Did you get paid time off? Yeah. Excuse me.
Well, I didn't get paid time off. I had to use my paid time off. I don't know if that's what you meant. Like, I didn't get it for free. I had to use it.
Michael said, stop saying that. Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I have to make it real in my head. We've been saying it for a year.
I've been saying it. You don't like to say it.
Not normally.
All of a sudden, we're on the stream now, and you're like
no.
ballsy over here.
Her pancreatic enzymes are 3 times what they're supposed to be. So she's like shaking a lot. Now she's on, I don't even know how many medications. 5? I don't know.
Well,
temporarily, I think she'll be on 4 permanently. And one of them's temporary. She has so many meds, I had to pour a pill box to keep track of it. Michael said I used AI to help build an app for a project at work that went south, and it kind of scares me how good it worked.
Yeah, man. AI is powerful.
I thought your story meant the project went south because of your app. And I was like, ooh, but wait, it worked good? Why is my head itchy?
Lice. You had to go to somebody's house today. Probably got lice from them yesterday. Probably got lice from them.
I'm jealous. I want to be debt-free. Sanders said, now I'm debt-free. I can save up to buy one of your wands maybe in 200 years. I mean, damn, you are budgeting badly if it's going to take 200 years.
Yeah, also, like, you must have not been in a lot of debt if if that's the case, if it's going to take you 200 years. All right, we're going to go. Sound good?
I'm cold.
Unless you guys want us to stay.
I'm reading Goblet of Fire, and the thing I dislike so far is the fight between Ron and Harry.
Why? Because it makes you uncomfortable, or because you think it wasn't necessary?
It's sad. But they're supposed to be like, what, 14?
Yeah.
Crabby teenagers.
They're crabby teenagers.
Crabby Patty
or whatever. I'm not even sure what angst means. What does that mean?
Like that. Xander, I read on Twitter that if you put $1 a day away, by the end of the year, you'll have $10,000. Very funny, Michael.
No. There's like, okay, so I think the original thing for that was like
$1 turns into 88.
What?
Like that's a thing. Like if you invest $1 in your like at age 20, it turns to $88 by retirement.
Oh no, what I'm talking about is like there was these two girls doing this like podcast thing, and they're talking to each other, and it was like a joke, right? Where they're like, if you just take the amount of money that you would spend on coffee, by the end of the year, you'd have $30,000.
Well, how much did they spend on coffee?
And then the other one comes back and says some other ridiculous thing that isn't true. But I think a lot of people have seen those clips and just think that those people were being honest, and it's become like a joke, which sucks for them.
Xander said, I'm a beneficiary. I am poor. It takes forever to save anything. I don't know what that means. What's a beneficiary?
Like if I die, you get money. You're a beneficiary of my will, like type thing. Which, speaking of which, we got to get our wills done. We have yet to do that.
I mean, my money goes to you and vice versa.
But that's not how it is right now. We need to have our wills written up.
Tony said it's not entertaining though. Xander said, did Greg tell you that? What I'm referring to is just horrible math. What did you do to your back? He doesn't
Old.
know. Yeah.
I aged. I just got old.
That I saw in a meme. Don't tell her that, dude. No, I get my money from the government. She'll kill? Jeez, this escalated. What the hell?
What's going on?
She'll get money and her haunted house. Oh, yeah. I came up with this idea, and Kivox and Michael are mean, and they think it's a stupid idea.
Also,
but I think...
Jake also thinks
I don't care what Jake thinks. He doesn't know anything finance. Like, he's not a person to talk to about finances, in my opinion.
All right.
So, I think me purchasing a haunted house and renting it out to people who want to experience hauntings is a great idea.
It's not.
Once we pay off of this house.
It's not. You know what's a great idea? Just getting rentals. Just buying a rental.
He said he didn't say it's a stupid idea. Yes, you did. You told
me.
Okay,
then tell me what kind of idea you think it is then, if it's not a stupid idea. Go ahead.
And we already have life insurance, so that has nothing to do with
poor investment.
Oh.
It's the same thing. That is the same thing.
I don't think it's a poor investment.
It is. You know why? Because the market
is for haunted houses.
So think about it. If somebody has a haunted house and they could do that, why wouldn't they already do that?
Because they're dumb.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're selling it to some idiot that wants to buy a haunted house.
I would need proof of its haunting before I bought it.
Proof? There's no such thing in the world.
I would need to stay in the house until I experience something.
There is literally zero proof that ghosts exist. That's why nobody freaking
How are you
going to
make the ghosts? He says it's an atrocious idea. So, yeah, you think it's a stupid idea. Come to Sweden and I'll give you a haunted house. I mean, how often do people visit haunted houses? Go pay 8% interest on Hill House. Good luck. I would never pay 8% interest on a house, ever. I would not buy in this market. It would have to be better. Like, it would have to go down. Even at our highest interest we ever had for this house was like 4.75. I would never, ever pay that. But a haunted house is a great idea. A lot of people want to experience hauntings. Like, they want to experience ghosts, and like sometimes you don't know where to go. If you wanted to go experience ghosts, where would you go right now?
Ghosts aren't real, Meek. I wouldn't want to go anywhere.
Like, I've looked it up. I've tried. Like, you would have to pay a lot of money to go somewhere, or you'd have to like find a haunted hotel that's like super far from here.
Okay, so you just want to randomly find a haunted house in Connecticut.
Yeah, I'll tell the realtor I want a haunted house.
That's Meek, that's
my criteria.
So embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. If you actually said that to somebody and you were serious. Embarrassing.
I'm going to do it.
No, you're not.
Michael said just buy some houses in Detroit. They're way cheaper and scarier. No, I want a haunted house with ghosts.
She wants something like, okay, so she doesn't actually want to be killed. She wants something that's fake. Like ghosts.
They're not
fake. Do you see the difference?
Why not? I do it for fun. See? I would go to the Shrieking Shack. Go to haunted places. They're hard to find, though. Like, it's either really expensive or there's not any around here that I know of. Like, I've tried.
Exactly. There's nothing around here.
So
you
we
think that you're just gonna
start the market.
What the hell are you? How you're gonna kill somebody in a house and make it
No,
haunted?
I would buy a house that's already haunted.
Where? You just said there are none. You
literally
just said
what I'm saying is
none.
There's none like where people are like freely renting out the house for the night.
Because there's no such thing. And it's the dumb people that buy these things. Meek, you never trust me on anything like this until somebody else smarter than me tells you.
Michael said, now you get where I'm coming from? Ask realtor and or find a spooky house. Asking realtor? I personally am hoping to find the Holy Grail, so I get it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know. Like the real Holy Grail? So, like, my ghost house isn't far-fetched. Dude, I lived in a haunted house.
No, you're kind of reading, like, into your own thing. You're putting words into his mouth so that...
No, he said, I personally am hoping to find the Holy Grail, so I get it. So far, I've just bought regular chalices, though. I think he's poking fun at me, but I can't tell.
I can't either. I don't get the joke.
I don't know.
Anyway, I told you, if we get regular property and it has regular income coming in and it's paid off, we can do whatever you want. But we have to have that excess money. Otherwise, it's not feasible. We're not doing it. I'm not getting into debt for a stupid idea.
What if you go to the house and experience something so mind-blowing, you're like, that's it. This is the best idea ever.
Sure. Deal. If something actually happens to me and I believe it, sure. Yeah, we'll buy it. Buy it cash right there if we had it. Did you see her sanitize after she touched my hands? She's so grossed up at me.
Be impressed that I grabbed your hand.
No, you're just doing it because now we made a deal.
I'm torn. Because I don't believe in ghosts, but I just don't think somebody can prove a house is haunted. You have to experience it.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Like, you have to be there and experience it. Kivox has been so close to me while something paranormal happened, and he didn't experience it himself, and it made me so mad.
It didn't happen.
You're saying I imagined the door opening in front of me?
I'm saying that you think something happened, but I don't think it
saw it
actually happened.
The door opened all the way in front of me.
Just lighting. Your eyes weren't adjusted.
The door opened.
Your eyes weren't adjusted yet, so you just like...
Oh, he said he doesn't disbelieve in ghosts. I see. You have to experience it. If you experience something like in person, it's life-changing.
But I haven't. And I spent so much time at your parents' house. Never did.
Yeah.
The house that you say, I used to live in a haunted house. I've never experienced anything there.
Yeah, well, stuff on my side of the house didn't happen every day.
Oh, so the addition is where something happened?
No, my house was the addition. My side, I mean.
No, it was for sure the other side.
No, that was the original. It was my parents' house and the old den and the big bathroom, which is not a big bathroom, but the full bathroom. That was the original home. My room and Ashley's room were the addition and the mini bathroom. When I open one of my bathroom doors, it sometimes closes another door. Yeah, that happens. I get it. Ours does that too in our, like, going down to the basement. Just make Kivox dress up as a ghost and tell people your house is haunted. The sanitation of it all. Dude, I mean, you guys cannot believe if you don't want to believe. It's fine. But I just am very upset that I experienced something. You saw me experience something.
I believe that you
and you still don't believe me.
Honey, look, I believe that you believe.
You saw my reaction. You were standing there.
Lindsay? I think is what you said.
Yeah.
And then you were like, and you looked at me Then you looked, and then you went, ah!
I like ran up the
and then
stairs.
You ran upstairs.
It was so scary. I seriously felt like I levitated for a second, like running up the stairs so quickly. It was so scary. That's like the first time in that house that I had physically seen something that like tangible. You know what I mean? Like lights would turn on, lights would turn off, or like faucets would turn on, but you weren't like staring directly at it. But like that was the first time that I physically saw the entire thing happen. Wait, what? I have as a nurse during knock shift at a sniff. Nocturnal shift, so you've seen a ghost? I would imagine that like nursing homes would be pretty haunted, right? Like a lot of people die there.
If ghosts were real, sure. Yeah.
But there's too much
if
like
spirits
stuff going on.
were real, I just don't believe in spirits. I don't think that when you die, like an entity leaves your body. Like,
yeah, I don't know if I believe that either.
It makes no sense to me.
I've heard some crazy stories that I'm inclined to believe. Oh wait, Michael said I've experienced some stuff that I don't know if it was supernatural or not.
Probably wasn't.
I'm gonna start watching the Ghostbusters movies. I never watched them.
I haven't.
There's
watched
no
them in a
way to
long
explain a door opening
Yes, there
completely
is.
in front of me.
Yeah, there is.
And when I went back down, it was completely shut, and the door stayed open. It's not like there was a breeze. Like it just opened from being fully shut to fully open and stayed that way.
But you didn't see anything.
I saw the door open with my eyes.
The knob didn't turn.
I don't remember looking at the knob, to be honest.
So like it literally could have been somebody upstairs came in, opened, and it just caused that door to swing open.
And it never happened before ever. And I lived in that house for 20 something years.
Yeah, that's possible.
No way.
Things like you think that like things don't always happen.
There is no
when you live somewhere
chance scientifically that like someone opening a door upstairs can cause the door
100%,
downstairs to do that
100%.
when there's a complete like there's no like vacuum.
Yes, there is. If every other door is closed, there would be a vacuum.
That house, no. I
Now
lived in the house for way too long.
You
know how many times I was in that basement and like saw people like going upstairs, like they would leave the house and the door would not
if there's air coming from somewhere else, or if there's a window or the door is already open, it won't do it.
And you're saying in 20 years I've never had that happen?
It's possible.
No way.
How are you going to say it's impossible? If you're telling me that it's possible that ghosts exist, you can't believe that it's possible that
my
never
dad
happened?
used to see a girl in the house.
Oh my god, your dad is weird.
No,
your dad used to see it, but
he
you
used
never
to be a
saw
non-believer.
anything.
I never saw it. No,
it's such crap.
Doctor Strange style. I've experienced strange things, but I put it down to me.
Your dad was probably sleeping 99% of the time when he would see something.
He woke my mom up and had her confirm what he saw.
And they didn't think to like, I don't know, get some evidence or do anything.
I don't know. Ask them.
Or something like that.
He went up to it.
And what?
I don't know, like waved in her face or something.
But didn't touch it?
You can ask him. I don't know if he touched it.
I just don't believe that crap. Like, he's probably asleep.
Meanwhile, it was Kivox trying to sneak a peek, which is why this topic gets him so heated.
Sneak a peek?
I don't know. We have a room named 43 with activity
hold on.
going
I
on.
was at the top of the stairs when this happened. Like,
yeah, he was watching this happen. Well, he was watching me
to get a drink or
experience
something
it
for your grandpa or something.
I thought we were just getting a bottle of water because we kept the water in the
fridge downstairs.
The fridge in the garage.
Yeah. So you went downstairs to get something. I was going down with you, and I stayed at the top of the stairs because I didn't want to get haunted. And then I saw you see something.
Your dad probably just saw you standing at a doorway waiting for something. No, it was his bedroom, and it was like a woman that would happen. Like she would show up all the time, and she'd be in the very upper corner of this
guy?
The door frame.
I thought she sat.
He said she would stay there, and she would like.
Wait,
she
what
had
do you mean at the upper door
so
frame?
she would float like up toward the top of the door frame, and he would.
Like feet down or feet up?
Yeah, but she didn't have feet. She was just like half a body, and like he said that he would see her with like rosary beads, like messing with them, and then after a little while, she would like disappear and show up like in the middle of the room and then disappear completely. And it was like a common thing that happened all the time.
I mean, I just don't. I feel like if that was a thing, why didn't he take a picture?
I don't know.
Why didn't
He
do
should have.
something?
He should have.
Like, it's just
ask him.
It seems like he was probably just having a bad dream, and it was a recurring bad dream that he just keeps remembering.
But he woke up my mom and said, "What do you see right there?" And she said,
"Your mom just kind of agrees with whatever your dad says as well." She doesn't. She was probably sleeping.
I wish I could go to that house.
Listen,
we played Ouija in that house all the time, but like,
she was probably sleeping, and she just didn't want to argue with him. So she was just like, "Yeah, I see it. Yeah."
I wish I could go back to that house and ghost hunt there now that I don't live there. That would be amazing. What's sad is I don't necessarily believe this, but it still creeps me out, and I'm glad I never have to go to that house again. You went to my parents' house?
Yeah.
Oh.
For pizza, I think. Was it one of the pizza days?
Dude, you would get such an eerie feeling on that side of the house.
Never.
It was so creepy.
I never got it.
You never went into my parents' or my sister's bedroom.
I went into your parents' bedroom before, and I showered. The bathroom
was between the bathroom...
Oh, okay. So the two rooms are haunted, but the literal room sandwiched between the two haunted rooms is not.
I never personally experienced anything in that bathroom.
You said that the sink turned on by itself.
That was the other sink.
So the sink that wasn't haunted.
No, wait, that sink did turn on too.
The new set. Oh, all the sinks just turned on in your house.
No. Well, I guess they did. Besides the kitchen sink.
You are full of it. You don't even know your stories anymore.
No, the first time it happened, it was in the big bathroom. The second time it happened, it was in the little bathroom. Okay,
so fact, the big bathroom was haunted. The full size
maybe, but I never felt that feeling in the big bathroom, like the heaviness feeling, like something's there, and like,
dude, it's all in your head, bro.
I never felt like that though in that bathroom.
Dog.
I would feel it walking from the bathroom through to the living room. I would feel it, and I hated that feeling. Like, I hated my parents' room and the den. Like, right there was a terrible feeling.
I wish you told me this more when we were there. We would have had way more fun.
Let's go visit. Let's go bang on the door and be like, "Hey,
very creepy. Hey, your house.
I used to live
haunted.
here. There's ghosts in your house. Can I like come chill and like ghost hunt?"
I really like The Frighteners. I think that was a pretty cool movie. I wish they like kept that going. Also, The Ring is pretty creepy.
Yeah. I like Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch is pretty good too.
Probably my favorite old like.
And then the new Blair Witch was pretty good too. They did a new Blair Witch where they all had like head cams.
Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah, original Paranormal Activity.
They were good. That was like one of the first movies we watched together. That was the
first movie we watched together.
Was it the first?
The first, yes.
Yeah. And you kissed me after we watched it.
Oh, that's weird.
Give me a kiss.
No, we gotta go. It's 8:00.
What's that bird saying? I'll pay you to go to your old house, dude. I wish. It's now like owned by some divorced couple or couple that's getting a divorce that's like can't afford the house, and they've always been having a hard time affording the house, even though it's a really tiny house. It's not a big house, and like.
There you go. We'll just buy that house back.
Like, oh, that'd be great. Dude, I'm so down. Let's buy this house.
Money, Meek. We don't.
Dude, now that house would go for like $350,000 because like prices are so inflated.
All right, thank you guys for watching.
It's not a little girl, it's a woman.
Hope you guys had fun.
It's a woman. Michael supports this for some reason now. Do you want to pay for the mortgage?
All right.
Bye.